Hi, I'm Kate from Melbourne, Australia, and I was first introduced to Groove probably about 4 or 5 years ago when I was on the hunt for a new class to put into my dance fitness space that I was about to open. And initially I came to Groove thinking that it was going to be a great program for beginners. In fact, I had never actually done a class or seen what it was really about, but I'd had someone talk to me about that Groove would be a great sort of entry-level class for people just starting in a dance fitness space. So off I went to my Groove Facilitator training, not knowing anything about it really, apart from this recommendation from a random person that I'd really only just met. And I was totally blown away. And that particular training weekend for me was so revolutionary for my opinion of myself and how I saw myself as a dancer. So I've always danced. I've never trained as a dancer, but I've always loved dancing. So I started off dancing as doing ballroom and loved swing partner dancing. After I had my son, I joined the local gym and got caught up in sort of the Zumba, Shabam, Les Mills body jam sort of world. Loved doing all that sort of highly choreographed fitness style dancing. And then ultimately decided that I would take my love of dance, shift from being an architect, have a midlife crisis and create my dance studio. And here I am all these years later. And so I'd done all this previous dancing and interestingly had always been really super critical of myself. I really felt that I didn't look like a dancer. My body wasn't what you would call a typical dancer's body. I struggled a lot with technique and trying to make myself look right all the time. Often felt really dispirited and sort of sad that I felt like I never would live up to the sort of dancer that I wanted to be. And Groove changed all that for me. That particular weekend of doing the training was so amazing. I came away from it with a realisation that I truly was a dancer and that the way I danced, nobody else danced like me. And that was such an amazing, unique, special thing, and it should be celebrated and it wasn't about me trying to conform and look like somebody else. It was actually about expressing who I am and getting excited about what I could personally do. I've been running classes now. The studio opened just over 2 years ago now. It's been caught up pretty heavily in COVID lockdowns and things here in Melbourne. And I quickly transitioned after 1 month of being open onto online classes. But we have been grooving the entire time. And I've now got a core group of regular groovers who love coming. And the experience of Groove for them has been similar to mine. I've had all sorts of people that have danced from ballerinas that are leads in the Australian Ballet to just people that feel really uncoordinated and don't really feel like they could possibly dance or don't feel like they're fit enough to do any other sort of fitness class. And each and every one of them has told me a story about how Groove has changed how they looked at themselves or how they saw themselves, how they judged themselves. And it's all been for the positive. So look, I absolutely love Groove, and it has not only changed how I dance, and I feel like I'm a much more confident, capable dancer in all of the other programs I even teach because of Groove, but it's also changed how I look at myself and how I tackle my life out there in the world. And often when I feel like I'm really struggling with something, I'll say to myself, Kate, you can't get this wrong. Your way is the right way. And it gets me over the line and I get through things that I feel fearful of doing. And it's been such an incredible experience for me. So thank you to everyone out there in the Groove world for creating it, for bringing it to us. And I hope to be an amazing ambassador for Groove going forward and can't wait to bring it to more people now that the world is opening back up again. I'll see you on the dance floor.